Now this might continue to go downhill. Point number 3. ISIS. Now, Obama so eloquently labeled ISIS as the JV team of terrorists. So the JV team is wreaking all this havoc over there. All right. Well, I'd hate to see what the NFL pro team of terrorists is going to do. Oh, but wait a minute. That's Obama and Holder and all their... No, never mind. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. But anyway, I digress. Once again, ISIS. Militant group of Islamic extremists. Now, I do use the word extremists because I will tell you that if you try and have this discussion with 98% of the proclaimed Muslim people here in America, well, they want to argue with you about it. So I'm going to use the word extremist because I think it's pretty fucking extreme what them people are doing. But I want to address something. I don't know if any, and I don't recommend any of you searching for, watching any the video of the death of James Foley. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I saw that video unedited, uncensored. God in heaven. Whew. But as I'm watching this video prior to the actual murder, I'm thinking about something. And I started to realize something, that the terrorist, the ISIS personality that's standing there is speaking. And I'm listening. And I'm looking at the expression on Foley's face as he's on his knees with his hands handcuffed behind his back. And I'm listening and looking, and I've realized something very quickly, that this ISIS person spoke amazing English. Very clear, very well enunciated, proper punctuation, great fucking English. And I had to kind of mentally relate myself back to some Iraqi friends that I had when I lived in Delaware that I saw on a daily basis right around the time of 9/11 to be exact. But these people had been over here in America for a while. They owned and operated a business, and they still spoke with an accent. Most people from that region speak, while they may speak good English, it's not great. They still have an accent. You know? Each region has its own regional dialect and accents. So I thought it rather interesting and funny that this person was standing there speaking directly to Obama and the American people and anyone else that watched the video in fucking great English. Kind of weird to me. Well, I hear later that now they've done some voice analysis and they've come to the conclusion and decided that this person that's in the video that you see is British. Interesting. No offense to the British people that I know at all. It's just interesting. You have a British citizen who has declared loyalty to a terrorist organization who is now being presented on video committing a disgusting. I shudder to think about it. And I've watched it several times, only because I cannot believe what I'm actually seeing. I'm not going to describe it for you. I don't want you to go look at it, because I'll tell you something. If you ain't got an iron head and a steel stomach, the video will fuck with you. It fucked with me. And I've seen a lot of shit. But I want to address something here. In watching that video, and then in turn watching some other videos about some of the things that are going on over there in that region, in Syria, and where ISIS is the most prevalent, they are teaching and discussing and talking to young children. And these children, the anger that is in these children's eyes, and the one thing that I remember that stuck out with me, this boy was about 11, 12 years old, maybe 10, young child, just militant screaming at ISIS was going to take over, and that they were going to bring the bombing and the car bombs and the suicide bombers. He didn't use that word, but that's essentially what he was talking about, to you on your doorsteps. We will divide America in two. Whoa, wait a minute, what? Okay. You've got a known terrorist, one of the known terrorists that was released in an exchange. Oh wait, we don't negotiate with terrorists. But there was a terrorist that was exchanged in exchange for Bo Bergdahl, and I'll address that situation in a minute. Stated openly, we'll see you in New York. Okay. Seems reasonable, considering that 10,000 Palestinians can gather on Washington, D.C. to protest in support of Hamas, known terrorist organization. Another one stating, we'll see you in New York. And a child on video stating, we're going to divide America in two. Now look back a little bit. There's just a snippet of some photographs from behind, in the background, of a reporter from the, and I said I was going to tie this in earlier, talking about Ferguson. There was a protester, or several protesters in Ferguson, holding up signs. ISIS is here. ISIS is with you. Okay. Geographically, look at where St. Louis is located, right in the heartland. St. Louis is home to one of America's well-known monuments, the St. Louis Arch. The arch is also known as the gateway to the West. Divisionally, from a geographical standpoint, St. Louis is the center of America. ISIS is here. We're going to divide America in two. Call me a nut. Call me a conspiracy theorist. You call me what the fuck ever you want to call me. But I'm going to tell you this much. If you think for one hot New York second that the terrorist organization, animals, don't give a fuck what country you're from. Animals that proclaim allegiance to ISIS, a militant Islamic organization, aren't here already in your backyard. You've lost your mind. They're here. They've been here. They will show their face. Mark my words.